morning, student. We have finished our first lesson, Sources of History, and now we are going to start the second lesson, India Events after 1960. Means which events took place in India after 1960. India became independent in 1947 CE. You know very well. On 15th August 1947, we got our independence. India accepted the constitutional framework in 1950 and became a sovereign democratic nation. And in 1950, India accepted the constitutional framework. Means from 1950, constitution work started. And India became a sovereign democratic nation. And from that period, India became a sovereign democratic nation. The Indian society is multicultural and people of various languages, religions, ethnicities and caste live together. India is a society of multicultural. India contains multicultural society. Here people use of here people use various languages. They belongs to various religions, their ethnicities and many caste people live together. During the initial period after independence, India needed to solve different issues of economic, political and social development. When we got independence, mean in 1947, from that period, India needed to solve different issues. India need to solve different issues just as economical, political and social development. India need to develop in political field, in economically and in socially too. The establishment of the Planning Commission and emphasis on industrialization was a means to achieve economic development. And for achieving the economical development, a Planning Commission was established. And along that, emphasis on industrialization means इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन को इम्पोर्टेंस यहाँ पर दिया गया है और यहाँ से इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट हासिल करने के लिए ये सब किया गया है. And to eliminate poverty in India as well as to eliminate means to decrease the poverty of India. Successful conduct of elections and faith in democratic traditions made it possible for us to achieve political stability. Successful conduct of elections, and for that elections which are held, it is conducted successfully, and the faith in democratic nations, and through the faith in democratic nations, these two events made it possible for achieving the political stability. At the same time, several social reforms including policies and programs for the weaker sections of the society were sought to be implemented. और इसके साथ ही कुछ यहाँ पर सोशल रिफॉर्म जिसमें पॉलिसीज इंक्लूड की गई है या फिर वीकर सेक्शंस के लिए कुछ प्रोग्राम्स यहाँ पर इंक्लूड किए गए थे, ये भी इम्प्लीमेंट किए गए. और इन सब की वजह से, इन सब के साथ यहाँ पर सोशल, पॉलिटिकल और इकोनॉमिकल डेवलपमेंट इंडिया की हो रही थी. द 1960s, in the decade of the 1960s, several events occurred which had a huge impact on the political situation in India. 1960s के डिके में कुछ ऐसी इवेंट्स हुए हैं जिसकी वजह से इंडिया की पॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन पे गहरा प्रभाव पड़ता है. The regions of Goa, Diu and Daman were freed from Portuguese rule and became parts of the Indian Federation. The regions of Goa and Diu Daman, they were freed from Portuguese rule. They were free. Now in 1960s they became free from Portuguese rule and they became the parts of Indian Federation. The tensions between India and China on the northern border, which had been rising since 1950, culminated in the war of 1962 between two countries। और इंडिया और चाइना के बीच में नॉर्दर्न बॉर्डर की वजह से 1950 से जो कुछ भी यहाँ पर उनके बीच में जो कुछ भी यहाँ पर टेंशन्स क्रिएट हो रही थी वो धीरे धीरे करके 1962 में एक वार में बदल गए। दिस वार वॉज फॉट इन द रीजन ऑफ द मैकमोहन लाइन एंड दिस वार टुक प्लेस इन द रीजन ऑफ मैकमोहन लाइन। After India became independent, Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru led the country. And when India became independent, the first Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, led the country. He was the architect of India's foreign policy. उन्हें इंडिया की फॉरेन पॉलिसी का आर्किटेक्ट माना जाता है। His contribution to the social and economic development of India is significant. The contribution of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to the social and economic development of India he gave is significant, means is very important for the development of India. Jawaharlal Nehru passed away in 1964. Jawaharlal Nehru passed away means left this world in 1964. Lal Bahadur Shastri succeeded him and became the next Prime Minister of India. Then the next Prime Minister of India was Lal Bahadur Shastri. During his tenure, India and Pakistan went to war over the Kashmir issue in 1965. And when Lal Bahadur Shastri was the Prime Minister of India, means in 1965, India and Pakistan went to the war over Kashmir issue. The Soviet Union tried to mediate between the two countries, and at that time the Soviet Union tried their best to mediate between India and Pakistan. Lal Bahadur Shastri gave the slogan Jai Jawan Jai Kisan, with which he highlighted the importance of Indian soldiers and Indian farmers. और उस वक्त लाल बहादुर शास्त्री ने एक स्लोगन दिया था जय जवान जय किसान। इस स्लोगन के साथ में वो इंडियन सोल्जर्स और फार्मर्स का इम्पोर्टेंस सबके सामने लाते हैं। Lal Bahadur Shastri breathed his last at Tashkent in 1966, and then Lal Bahadur Shastri took his last breath at Tashkent in 1966. Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India in 1966. Then the third Prime Minister of India was Indira Gandhi. During her tenure, Pakistan's oppressive policies in East Pakistan resulted in a big movement there. और जब इंदिरा गांधी प्राइम मिनिस्टर बने तब उनके पीरियड में पाकिस्तान के ऑपरेसिव पॉलिसी जो है वो ईस्ट पाकिस्तान में बहुत फैल रहे थे। दिस मूवमेंट वाज लेड बाय शेख मुजफ्फर रहमान एंड हिज ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। और इस मूवमेंट का लीडरशिप शेख मुजफ्फर रहमान ने की थी और उनके ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के बाकी लोग भी उनके साथ में थे। मुक्ति बहिनी, दिस क्राइसिस इन ईस्ट पाकिस्तान affected India as well because millions of refugees came to India. ये उनकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो थी उसका नाम मुक्ति बहिनी था। और इस क्राइसिस की वजह से जो ईस्ट इंडिया में ये शुरू थे उसकी वजह से ईस्ट पाकिस्तान जो है वो भी अफेक्ट हुआ। जैसे इंडिया पे इसका परिणाम हुआ वैसे पाकिस्तान में भी इसका परिणाम हुआ और बहुत सारे रेफ्यूजीज पाकिस्तान से इंडिया आ रहे थे। Now we are going to see this part of the lesson on the digital board.
Introduction. 15th August 1947, India became independent. 26th January 1950, India accepted the constitutional framework. India became a sovereign democratic nation. Many foreign political scholars had predicted that a diverse country like India will not remain united for a long period of time. However, Indians not only proved their prediction to be wrong, but also the experiment of democracy became successful in India. The Indian society, being multicultural and people of various languages, religions, ethnicities, and castes, began to live in harmony. During the initial period after independence, India had to face many economic, political, and social development issues. The problem of poverty stood before India. It had to face the challenge of attaining economic development, for which the establishment of the Planning Commission and the emphasis on industrialization was adopted. In independent India, for the first time in 1952, the elections for Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies were conducted. These elections proved to be successful. Successful conduct of elections and faith in democratic traditions made it possible for India to achieve political stability. After independence, India adopted the concept of welfare state. Many programs and policies under social reforms were implemented for the economically and socially weaker sections of the society. The decade of 1960s. In the decade of 1960s, several events occurred which had a huge impact on the political situation of India. Though India got its independence from the British, the territories of Goa, Daman and Diu were still under the Portuguese dominance. Initially, the government of India decided to resolve this problem through the medium of discussion, but that proved to be unsuccessful. At last, India had to resort to military action to liberate these territories from the Portuguese dominance, and thus they became part of the Indian Federation. After independence, India adopted the policy of maintaining friendly relations with China. This policy is described as Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai. But China did not fulfill the trust shown by India. Since 1950, due to the aggressive policy of China at the northern border of India, the relation between India and China began to be tensed, which eventually led to 1962 Indo-China border war. This war was fought in the region of McMahon Line. This line demarcates the boundaries of India and China. After independence, India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, led the country. He played a very important role in forming the foreign policy of independent India. He is honored as the architect of India's foreign policy. After the Second World War, the world was divided into the communist nations led by the Soviet Union and the capitalist nations led by the United States of America. But Pandit Nehru refused to be a part of any of these groups and preserved India's freedom. Not only this, but he also brought like-minded countries together and founded the Non-Aligned Movement. For the social and economic development of India, he has contributed immensely. Scientific attitude, industrialization, and economic planning were some important aspects of the policies formed by Pandit Nehru. In 1964, the Prime Minister of India, Pandit Nehru, died, after which Lal Bahadur Shastri became the Prime Minister of India. During his tenure in 1965, India and Pakistan over the Kashmir issue went to war. The infiltration of the Pakistan army in Kashmir was the main reason behind this war. The Soviet Union tried to mediate between the two countries. During this period, Lal Bahadur Shastri gave the slogan of Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, to encourage the soldiers and inspire the farmers to increase the agricultural produce, thereby to overcome the problem of food shortage. This slogan was given. Through this slogan, he underlined the importance of the Indian farmers and Indian soldiers. In 1966, the then Soviet Union at Tashkent, the peace agreement was signed between India and Pakistan. On having gone to Tashkent to sign the agreement, Lal Bahadur Shastri breathed his last. In 1966, after the death of Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi became the Prime Minister of India. During this period, India was facing various problems such as poverty, shortage of food, etc. In 1969, Indira Gandhi took the important decision of nationalizing some of the largest banks in India. This decision was taken with the objective of expansion of the banking sector and thereby benefiting the masses.
Here some questions I am giving to you for the homework. The question is choose and rewrite the sentences. The first is the Prime Minister of India who took an initiative in resolving the question of the Tamil minority in Sri Lanka was. 4 options are given to you. Then second is Dash is the father of the Green Revolution in India. Next question is identify the wrong pair. 4 options are given to you. In second, 2 options are given to you. And we will see the next part of this lesson in our next period. Thank you.